haven't done an unboxing in a while, so I wanted to talk about Adornable Elements Beads of the Month. Now they have lots of different subscriptions. You can get singles and doubles of all the different subscriptions. And I get quite a few of them, and I'm going to go over just a few today. I'll show you real quick the seed bead and the delicas, but I'm not going to get into that one too much because I have the other ones to show. So with these, every month you can get a single or a double. Single means you get a single amount, double means just double the amount of those. I always choose to get the single each month, but if you really need a lot of seed beads or into that, you can do a double of the seed beads. You can do a double of the 2-hole beads. They also have a rotating club, so maybe in November you'll get the hot and trendy beads, and then the next month you'll get the 2-hole beads. So it kind of cycles through them. And if you already have a hot and trendy subscription and the one that cycles through, you will get double that month when it's the turn for that one. I hope that makes sense. So today I'm going to show you the companion findings pack, as well as the 2-hole beads of the month, the single hot and trendy, and the Firepolish beads of the month. And then I'll just briefly, like I mentioned, I do get the seed beads and the delicas. I'll just show you that real quick. I did already put them in here. This is how I like to do my seed beads, just storage wise. For me, it works really well. But this is what I got in the month for that. But I'll do another video kind of going through that a little bit more. So just keep it not too long today. I'll just go over these. So let's start with the Findings Companion Pack. So I got the Antique Copper Assortment number 9. And something I'll mention here is, from my understanding, is that for the most part, people get the same thing. Sometimes they have 2 colorways or 2 options. I don't want to say options because you don't choose, but 2 different things that they might send out in a month. If you subscribe using my code, then they'll try their best to give you exactly what you saw in my video. So here are the Antique Copper assortments, and you can see these are the different items that you get, and here is the list here. So let's see, let's start with the 2-loop heart bezel link, and so that's this one. Everything in here is antique copper, and this is tiara cast. Then you got 2 of those. Then we have the butterfly toggle clasp. And yep, it looks like it's this one. Oh, it does have a little tiny little butterfly right there. So I got a little confused, but I didn't see it. That's really pretty. And that's another tiara cast. You have a small heart button. I always like to get buttons. I like to make button bracelets, so this is perfect for that. It looks like everything except for the last item is tiara cast. Then we have a key charm right here. Then we have some oval jump rings. Just kind of separate those out. You get 10 of those. I always like to get ovals. That's a different shape than you see a lot of times. And it really helps things hang a little bit different, especially when you do earrings. Next we have a small round toggle clasp, just this. And then we have these fish hook with leaf flower with backs. It's really pretty. Okay. So those are my Findings Companion Pack. Oh, I left out one of the oval jump rings, and then they do give you the silicone kind of backings for those earrings. I'm really happy I got that. Looks like the retail was $14.63, and with this discount I saved 11.5%. Okay, put those over there with that. Now let's go over these 3 Beads of the Month clubs that I got. Now I already did put them in here. This is how I like to put my Adornable Elements, these 3 clubs, in these kind of containers instead of like a 15 organizer, just because they fit kind of perfectly in there, and I can usually get all 3 clubs into one, which is nice. I've been getting this, let's see, a couple times this year, and I got it a couple times in 2025. I don't do it every month. I mean, it's a lot of beads, and when you add all these up, it's, you know, obviously more expensive. So I just get it once in a while, kind of start and stop when I need to. So let's start with the ones that are the single 2-hole beads of the month club. And so I believe you get 8. Yep, you get 8 items. The retail value is $28.75, and I saved over 20%, $5.80. So that is in these first 2. Let me just scoot everything else over so I can show you these. And I believe I started on this side. So we have opaque red candy, 6 millimeters. There's 20 pieces of that one. Next, we have the opaque coral red Picasso Bibo. That's really pretty Picasso finish on that. And there's 7 grams. Then I have the Tweedy Black Chili. This is 20 pieces. And then the Crystal Labrador Half Moon, 25 pieces. So Labrador is this silver, very shiny mirror-like finish that you have for that. I've been trying to use more 2-hole beads and start to use that more in my creation. So I like to I don't necessarily like just use these all alone, but I'll like bring them into other boxes and my own stash. So next up, let's see, Tweedy Red Hookahs. Yep, that's this one here. Then we have Tweedy Silver Nimbits. I like that this month that we have a lot of different finishes. Then we have the full Labrador, so that kind of shiny silver again. Infinity, 4 by 8 millimeters. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is 7 grams, 7 grams, and 6.5 grams. And then lastly, we have Duet Opaque Black and Red Super Duos. I love getting a super duo. Okay, and that is 10 grams, so you get quite a bit of those. So those are the Card Trick Single 2-Hole Beads of the Month Club. I'll show you again the 8 different ones you get for that. Next, we'll do the Single Hot and Trendy Beads right here, and it's Smoky Blaze is the theme for this month. So again, you get 8 of these, and get quite a bit, and these are much bigger, so I think I did sneak some into the next compartment just to kind of fit everything in this, but my organizer does have extra space, so sometimes I'll like move things around to put the extras over there. All right, so let's start with this one. So we have the Copper Gold Bronze Elegant Star. You get 10 pieces of this. Then you get an Alabaster Matte AB Arcos Par Puka. So this is a 3-hole bead. I like that the Single Hot and Trendy, you'll get a mix of single hole, check glass, double hole, 2-hole, I guess you could say, but you get a mix of that, so that's fun. I like that that's matte. Then we have red travertine table cut coin. Oops, I had those extra in there. That's this one. It goes right down through the center there. And I stuck some from the next one over here, and this is the crystal matte petal. I've made some designs recently with some petals, so I think I have some things in mind for that. And then for the next 4, we have the Frosted Crystal AB Short Daggers. Really pretty AB finish on that one. Then we have the Milky White AB Gumdrops. Wow, I've never seen these before. So it looks like the hole for that is right there. Okay, then we have Red Valiant Matte Rizzos. I love this club because it really introduces me to beads, shapes, sizes that I've never used before. So I've never seen this before. That's really pretty. And you can kind of see as I move it around the different colors that are in there. Red Travertine Pellet. This is another one I've never seen before. Another one with a really great pattern or finish to it. That's the word I'm looking for, finish. And so those are the 8 in the Smoky Blaze. Next up, and lastly, we have the Autumn Fae. So with the Autumn Fae, this is the single Firepolish Beads of the Month club. Here are my 8 for that. So we'll start with the Jet Purple Bronze Hill 6mm. So that's a faceting I have not seen before. So new to me. Beautiful bronze color. Purpley bronze is truly the right description. It has a little purple tone in there. Then we have the Topaz Drops 5x7mm. Oh, and I forgot to say there's 25 of these and there's 25 of these. I think I did not tell you the quantities, but you could see it for the for the hot and trendy beads. Okay, so this is the Topaz Drop 5x7mm, 25 pieces. Pretty. Then we have the Bronze Topaz Antique Style Triangle 8mm, and there are 12. Okay, so this is another new to me bead, and it goes down the center there, and it has that faceting on the side that gives it that triangle shape. Then we have the Amethyst Antique Cut Octagonal 6mm, 25 pieces. Oh, I like this color. It's a really pretty finish. Again, new to me, never seen these. That's what I like about this subscription so much. It's just such a variety. You're not going to get like, you know, 8 different druks and things like that. You're going to get a lot of different sizes and shapes. It's really pretty. All right, next we have, oh, I'm sorry, this was the transparent, that didn't make sense to me, but now it does. This is the transparent Rosaline Luster Rondelle 3x6. And now the next one I'll show you is the Amethyst Antique Octagonal 6mm, 25 pieces. That makes better sense to me now. Really pretty. And then we have the Bronze Iris Round 6mm, 25 pieces. And I'll just, before I take one out, kind of show you the different colors that you get in that. Here's one up close. Then we have the Metallic Butter Rum 3mm, and you get 100 of these. So these are small, so you do get 100 of those. And then lastly, we have the Crystal Amethyst Swirl Round 4mm, and you get a large amount of those too. You get 75. And that is that one. So that is the Autumn Fae. Now that we can now that we're done showing all that, I'll put them back in here. And I do feel like some of these could be used together, which is nice. You have some, neutrals in there. Some of the colors kind of cross over, so I could kind of, make a whole set like that with that. So those are those 3 clubs. And like I said, I do get the seed beads and the delicas, but I'll go into more detail on another one of those a little bit later. But I just quickly, I wanted to make a shorter video just to kind of unbox this and show you this, and hopefully in a future video I'll be using some of these things. Like I said, I like it as a kind of like a companion to my stash and to some of my other subscription boxes. Definitely with the seed beads and delicas, I bring those into a lot of my projects. That's actually where most of my seed beads are from. When you see some of my what I made with videos, I pull from this subscription. So thank you for watching this unboxing. It was fun to do one with you. Again, I haven't done one in a while, and I look forward to using these, and I will see you in my next video, which will, again, we're doing the alternate thing, and it will be something scrapbooking or journaling or something like that, and then we'll come back to beading the one after that. So I hope you enjoy both of those things. Maybe there's some people out there who do both. Comment below if those are your 2 hobbies that you do as well. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you subscribe.